Candoco Dance Company's In Dialogue programme is a series of ongoing conversations with change makers, verbal, physical, visual explorations that question what it is to be an artist, what words and actions can do as part of an evolving art form. On Being an Artist is the outcome of 2 days of discussion, interrogation and exchange between Marc Brew, Caroline Bowditch, Claire Cunningham, Vicky Malin and Kate Marsh, following the Unlimited 2014 festival at Southbank Centre, London. The 2014-15 In Dialogue programme is curated by guest artist Luke Pell.
I think I'm at quite an interesting place for me that I haven't necessarily been at before, in that I've spent the last 18 months dreaming about and making Falling in Love with Frida, which we started to preview back in February. And I think before I made the piece, I had big ambitions that this could be the piece that I'm remembered for, I suppose, in a way. And I think that was kind of a conscious but unconscious thing. And what's fascinating me at the moment is that that's what appears to be happening. I feel like I'm now in a place of recognition as an artist that I haven't been in necessarily before. I might have been known in the dance world, but more as a provocateur or a stirrer of trouble, or someone who was quite outspoken, or a Scottish Dance's dance agent for change. So it feels quite interesting to be in that place as an artist.
Yeah. There was a question that you asked when we were talking yesterday about if we think about the social model of disability and being an artist who's based in Scotland, are you a disabled artist?
Obviously, I have a disability. I can't deny that, despite how hard I might try. It just is obvious. But I think there is something really interesting about the social model says that we are disabled by society. There are disability is the thing that, or the built environment or the structures are what limit our opportunities, and therefore there is kind of a deficit model in a way.
Yeah.
And I think in Scotland as an artist I am hugely well supported and encouraged and nurtured, and so it does feel like the barriers to participation, the opportunities are greater. So from that perspective, I just feel like an artist, like any other artist.
And you've talked over the past few days about the importance of people, the people who are around you, and also in what you're saying now, the people, the community that you're surrounded by in terms of your work as an artist. What is the importance of people for you in your work and the work moving forward? I
am very selective in the people that I would choose to work with, and I generally don't audition for dancers, but I invite people to come and work with me, and I've discovered that this doesn't have to be hard work, and actually it can be joyous, and part of that is about choosing the people that I want to be around, that I value and appreciate the wisdom and the artistic ability that they bring to my process. I think a recognition that they are experts in their area and I don't need to know those things, but I can build a team that is full of strong collaborators who are very willing to come on that journey with me wherever it takes us. And that feels incredibly a very privileged place to be, actually. I'm also making quite a conscious and potentially controversial decision to work primarily with women. It doesn't mean that I exclude and don't work with male artists, given that we've worked together as well, but I've become incredibly aware that as a female choreographer, there are lots of jobs for the boys out there, and where all our focus is about boys in dance, and I'm really interested and making a very conscious decision to employ women, and not just any women, but the women that I think that I want to work with, who are going to be the right people for those jobs. I attempt to make everybody that I work with feel valued and valuable in that process, and that is incredibly important to me, because I think there are enough people within the arts industry who will take you down in a second, and I don't believe in creating an environment like that.
And you are often cited as an inspirational role model, leader, artist, disabled woman, all of the above. And those things are true, but would you just talk about kind of the weight of that? Because some of that has been accidental.
Yeah, absolutely. And you and I have talked about this before, but I do think about myself as being an accidental leader. I haven't set out to do that. I haven't. And someone said to me, the sign of a true leader is one that is chosen by others.
Yeah.
It's not the one that goes, I'm a leader, follow me, but actually as someone who is chosen because people feel that one has those qualities. And but that also brings pressure to always do the right thing, to make the right work, to make work that speaks to an audience, to make work that is of a quality. Being seen as having the magical powers or the wisdom to make dance inclusive or accessible, or all of those things, which I wasn't necessarily taught. It's been trial and error for me. People often assume that if you are a disabled dance artist, you will know how to work with everyone else. And in my experience, that just comes from experience, and I still get it wrong regularly. But I think I come to that with an openness of, let's try it, and let's have a conversation, and let's meet somewhere.
Yeah.
We're both in this party together, as it were. I struggle with the word inspiration because people do use it all the time.
Yeah.
And that thing of, you're so inspirational. And my issue with it is, I am happy if people feel inspired by what they've seen, what I am doing, all those sorts of things, if it brings about a shift in them. So if something that I do inspires them to bring about a change in their life or their practice or their way of being in the world, then that's brilliant.